What up? What up? What up? Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. Let me see. Y'all hang tight. I'm gonna see if Trey's ready. Okay, there we go. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Is everything clear? Can you hear me? Leak. You'll be jumping in here in no time, man. Oh man, hey, you're always on time, man. Don't even worry about it. I do weird stuff, and like sometimes I'll be going about my day, and I'm like, man, I really want to go live tonight, and like nobody knows about it, and I'll jump on. So shoot, I don't expect anybody to know I go live at weird times. If you ever catch any live, you're on time. You can't never be late to my live. They get weirder and weirder. Let's get weird. What up, Misty? What up? What up, Lucas? So if you guys don't know, we're gonna go live with Trey, just Trey. So I'm just gonna talk to him, man. I've been wanting to chat with this guy for a while, man. I've been enjoying his music. He's put out a lot of music really quick, and I love it. Let's see. What up, trucking? What up, Lucas? Grandpa, what's up, Grandpa? Grandpa was here. I'm kidding, guys, but yeah, just come on in and hang out. Tonight, I'm smoking a Sweet Jane cigar. It's called Sweet Jane, and it's really, really, really good. They're kind of expensive, but they're freaking delicious, man. Um, Freaking delicious. They smell like leather. They smell like leather-bound books. Mm, Special cigars are delicious. All right, let me see what's going on with Trey, buddy. Let me. I'm gonna holler at him on Instagram. Y'all hang tight. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, Trey, I'm smoking cigarettes only this evening. Light up a cigar with me. Nah, man, I gotta quit. I smoked some cigarettes last week, but I gotta quit. I can't get back into all that. Those things are addictive, man. Cigars to me, like you don't really inhale them too much, and so I just kind of, gives me a little. It just kind of calms me down and just kind of relaxes me a little bit. They just taste really good. Get some with some coffee, something like that, man. They're delicious. But yeah, I sent Trey the link, so y'all just hang tight. He'll be in here soon. Um, let's see. Let's see, Mr. Trey's up to. One of y'all got a favorite Just Trey song? Man, there's a few that I've been listening to. He's solid, man. Solid. He's got a good cadence. Just really good. So yeah, I can't wait to just holler at him, man. Smoking a sweet Jane myself. Really? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, man. I don't. I didn't do nothing for a long time. I didn't smoke or do anything. But I just every now and then it just kind of relaxes me and just gives you something to do with your hands. And they ain't super bad for you. I keep it simple. I don't smoke weed. I don't do no drugs. Trying to get these AirPods working. Okay. So Trey just messaged me. Said he's trying to get these AirPods working. So I just talked to Trey. Jesus Christ. So y'all hang tight. He'll be in here in a minute. But yeah, I've been wanting to hang out. I've been wanting to talk to Trey and just kind of holler at him for a while anyway. So yeah, Kelly, you told me you really like some of his music. Yeah, he's got some good his flow. Yeah, he's really solid. I really like his cadence. He's really solid. Um he does have a really cool like he has a really cool grit to his voice as well. I noticed that. The last song he put out, something about the winter. I can't remember what. Let's see what it is. It was winter something freestyle or something like that, and it was really good, man. He's solid. I enjoy it. Craft together something special. But what you guys up to today? What you guys up to?
There's nothing more powerful than you making your thing happen, really going for it.
I love I love this time of year, man. There he is. There he is. What's up, man? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
No, I
better.
was trying to borrow my girl's AirPods and they just wasn't working. So I don't know.
Man, hey, it's weird for me too, like because everybody uses StreamYard,
Yeah.
and so I'm trying to do it on YouTube regular because I don't know how to do StreamYard on my phone, and I got a computer in here, but like I haven't really ever used StreamYard with my webcam on my computer. So, bro, we're just trying to piece it together however we can do it.
No, it's so good. I
It's
know
all
a couple
good.
of people use StreamYard on their phones. I think Captain Kirk does it. I'm not sure if he does or
Does
not,
it?
but yeah.
Does he? Yeah, Kansas. Me and him were gonna go live one time, and he was like, "Yo, get on your computer and set up StreamYard real quick." So I did, and then it said something about my webcam on my computer, and it's like a freaking $1,500 computer, and it said something about my webcam wouldn't work on my computer. I'm like, that's on my webcam, like a little B camera ain't gonna work, and that's what's gonna stop me. So yeah, I just haven't
Oh
figured
dang.
it out, man.
Well, that
Yeah,
kind of
it's
defeats the
just
purpose, though.
right, right. It's just I'm gonna have to do it sometime because I do like going live with like multiple screens and stuff. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty
Hmm.
handy.
Yeah.
So
No, I'll have to get in a call with you one time and kind of set it up because I like messing around with computers and stuff, so I might be able to help you out.
yeah. Let's do it sometime, man. Where are you located at, by the way?
Indiana. So I was born in Ohio, but I live in Indiana right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. I've been to Indiana a few times. I went
Yeah.
to
There's nothing really here, man. Just cornfields. That's it. That's it.
yeah. There's a lot of cornfields. I went to Ohio, and I was thinking, some city or whatever. I was kind of close to Columbus, but I saw a lot of like Amish, a lot of Mennonites and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And we were out in the middle of a cornfield, man, and they were having a big show or whatever. And it was really cool, but like I was like, man, I expected there to be like a lot up here, but it's just a lot of like farmland and stuff.
hmm yeah. No,
Yeah,
there's a
it
lot,
reminds
especially
me of
in
the
Kentucky
South.
too.
Yeah, it reminds me of the South in a way. Technically, it's the North, but it's like there's more farmland up there than there is down here
Yeah,
typically.
yeah. So
But
you're actually in like Nashville, right?
I'm like I'm like 45 minutes out of Nashville.
Yeah.
Um, so like you got Nashville. Upchurch is located like southwest of Nashville, probably like 20 minutes. Like Cheatham County, Ashland City, it's like southwest of Nashville.
hmm
More so just west. But like if you hit the interstate and just go straight towards Kentucky Interstate 65, I live like about 45 minutes to 50 minutes from Nashville.
Oh
Close
shoot.
to I live about 6 miles from the Kentucky line. So
Oh
like
really?
close to the top of Tennessee. Yeah, top of Tennessee.
Oh dude, whenever I go down to see my brother quite often because like half of my family lives in Kentucky. I mean, shoot, next time we're down or something, we might have to connect and grab some lunch or something. You know what I mean? I'd be totally down
Absolutely,
for it.
bro. Absolutely, absolutely. I live at a weird place because I can go like an hour to Nashville, and then I can go an hour north to like Bowling Green and like a couple hours. I hit Louisville in a couple hours north,
hmm
and so like I live right in between like the big cities, like right in between everything out in the
I
country.
gotcha.
So
That's
yeah,
cool, man. That's really cool.
it's good.
No, I've
It's a good area. It's a real good area, man, because I don't have to like I used to work in Nashville, and it's just, dude, the traffic now is just nuts. Like
oh,
it's just so crazy.
dude, we only drove through it, but the only time that we actually like stayed in there, like in Nashville, was when I did the podcast with Chad Arms, Leroy, and Squints.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so I never really got to like sit down and experience Nashville as it is,
yeah.
but we've always like drove through it, especially when we go to like Alabama and stuff. But yeah, we
So
never really
you so
experienced
you
it.
were on the sorry to interrupt. So you were on the I have some shit to say podcast.
Yeah,
Oh hell yeah, dude. Nice, nice.
yeah, that was
Yeah, I went over there. I went over there. I kicked it with them. My
yeah.
buddy, I used to shoot videos for Marcotic 615. If
Oh,
you know who
okay.
Marcotic is,
Yeah, I've heard of them.
and he did a podcast over there, and I went with him to that. It was really cool, man. Actually, they gave me this like ashtray right here.
Oh,
Really
that's
cool
cool,
ashtray.
man.
Well, Squints is cool, and they're all just good guys.
They are, man. They're all good guys.
Yeah, Chad's funny, bro. Chad cracks me up.
Dude, Chad and Leroy, I mean, they all crack me up, but it's funny
Right.
because it's like Leroy Leroy is like the little kid in the group, right? And then Chad's like the bigger brother that just keeps picking on him, but
Right.
also laughs with them, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah, yeah,
Squints is like the dad, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's just so
That's
funny.
that's the perfect analogy. Like Leroy is like this wild kid, but like um Chad just like eggs him on, and he's like, "Wait a minute, chill it now. Come on now, chill." He's like the
Yeah.
perfect big brother, bro. He's the
No,
perfect. That's so funny, dude.
I love them all to death. They're all good family to me. I mean, shoot, Leroy, he's a character himself, you know.
Oh gosh,
Man,
bro,
man.
that dude. I have a song with him from like a couple years ago, and it was when he was just first getting started. I bought a feature. And I was like, "Yo, let's do a song," and so we did a song or whatever. And like he called me one day, and I've never met him in person, bro. He's the only one I've never like met in person. I met so many people. And he called me one day, and he's just like, "Uh, yeah, and so he just says like this crazy. You know how he is. He just says like the craziest stuff. And I'm
Mhm.
like, this dude could be a comedian. He's like, he can literally do stand up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that dude's
but
he's a
he's so
character,
cool,
man.
man. Right. So there's people on here, man. I'm gonna read some of the comments here.
Oh, you're
Can you
good.
see the comments at all?
Uh, oh, okay. So I swiped up and I was able to see all of them. Cool.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but there's some people on here, bro. You got fans, dude. I had
Hey,
somebody earlier say, I really like his flow. I like his grit.
I appreciate that. No, I hate the word fans because it feels like it's such a I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like it's more of a like a derogatory like throw towards not respecting other people. You know what I mean? Like so
Yeah, yeah.
everybody that listens to me and supports me, that's like family. You know what I mean?
Very
I
good
mean,
point. Yeah,
Creek Squad's family. I got nothing but respect for everybody. Um, I mean, shoot,
absolutely.
even some of the hooligans on Adam Calhoun's side, some of those guys and gals like my music as well. So that I just got nothing but love
Yeah,
for them.
yeah. I know exactly what you mean, bro. I right after I did the Upchurch interview, and I mean that was the coolest thing, bro. That's got to be like one of the coolest things I've ever did. I went to
Mhm.
Redneck Rave right after that,
Oh, did
and
you really?
I had like people, huh?
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
I went to Redneck Rave right after that, and like I had people coming up to me and being like, this one guy was like, "Bro, you're famous," or he was like, "I'm your fan," and I know exactly what you mean because I was like, "Dude," I was like, "I'm not your like I was like, I'm just a YouTube guy." I said,
Yeah, it's just
"I
we're just
appreciate
normal
it." I
people,
said, "But
man.
I said you can
Hmm.
be." I said, "We can be friends." I said, "Fans is weird." Yeah, I know exactly
Yeah.
what you mean, and there
No,
was
it.
it wasn't like a ton of people, but like people who watch what's going on. They knew, um, you know, they think like you're. First of all, they think like me and Upchurch are like best friends. We hang out every day or whatever. And so there's this thing like I'm your fan, but it's like I'm just one of you guys. I'm just one of
Mhm.
y'all.
Yeah.
Whatever. But like, yeah, and I had somebody come up to me and ask for my autograph, and I'm like, I don't. I,
That
it's just it's a weird thing, man.
that has not happened to me yet, and um, it's kind of a blessing how it hasn't, and it's kind of like a weird juggle thing because I kind of want to, you know, I mean, everybody that makes music would love to be the greatest artist in the world. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
But I still want to be a normal person, live a normal life, and
Right.
if I go out to stores or something, maybe I don't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? I just want to go shop. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right.
no, that would be super cool to even experience that. That's cool that you got to experience it too.
It's gonna happen, man. With me, I don't know why. I mean, I guess it just happened to me just because of up church, whatever they saw me on, whatever. But like, um, it's gonna happen, bro. You keep on going. You got how many subscribers you got?
Uh, I don't know, like 17, 18,000, I think.
See, that's great, man. And
Yeah,
it's not about the
I think
numbers,
so.
obviously, but like, you keep going and and you ain't gonna help it. You keep on dropping. How many albums have you dropped recently? Like in the last 6 months or?
Dude, so I wasn't planning on dropping as many albums as I did. So, well, to answer your question, I dropped it's gonna be five albums
Mhm.
this whole year.
Wow.
So the reasoning why is because of that Dear Up Church, because I got so much love from that. I made my
Right.
first album, which is the bottom, dedicated specifically to Creek Squad, and then I got so much love from that, and I was like, you know what?
Right.
I'm just gonna go all in, man. I'm just gonna keep releasing music, and just whoever listens, listens. You know what I mean?
5 albums. I mean, that's a lot, dude.
Yeah,
That's a
it
lot.
is.
And I mean, even if you are getting the beats and just dropping them and stuff, like that's still a lot. That's a lot. That's 5
Mhm.
albums. That's a lot of lyrics. That's a lot of, mix
It
and
is,
master
man.
and all that. People don't understand what goes into it, you
There's
know.
there's a lot. There is a lot.
It
Some
is,
people
man.
get
It really
mad
is.
too because like I don't get on social media that much. Like I don't live stream every day. I don't post every day. I try to connect with everybody, but it's just half the
Yeah.
time, man, I'm doing music or I'm mixing or I'm mastering stuff. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's kind of
Right.
it's a big process to get involved with.
It is, man. I've
You gotta
been working
cross
on
your
my
T's and
stuff,
dot your
and
I's.
you do, man. If whenever you get to 17,000 subscribers, man, you got to try to make sure, hey, each album is like a level up, or at
Mhm.
least like I want to make this one better than that one because people are watching you, man. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I know what you mean. Like I've been working on stuff. I've been doing a lot of videos too, but like I've been working on stuff, and it's like, man, I don't. I'm not happy with that. I'm not going to drop that. I'm not happy with it, and so like I'll go back and try to get my buddy to help me mix it, or and I get caught in the trying to be perfect thing, but I'm gonna have to eventually just start doing it. You know what I mean?
Mhm. So
But
what's I'm trying to find the word here. What like what makes you not do it as much as you want to, kind of thing?
well, so
Is it more of like a time thing or is it just
um, man, I don't have any kids, and I'm married, and I try to make sure I take some time off while I'm at home
mm,
because when I go to work, I do have a lot of time. Like I still work a full time job. I still have a lot of time where I can do stuff. But really, what it is, I guess, is just well, whenever so there's like 3 or 4 like, my channel's weird, bro. I don't know if you pay attention to it, but my
oh
channel's
dude, I
really
watch
weird
your
because I
stuff all the
start
time, man.
awesome, man. I started out doing music. Like, if you go down and scroll to the bottom of my channel, and don't judge me, man, 'cause it's pretty rough. But at the bottom of my channel, it's like, the first 5 or 6 videos is nothing but songs. It's just songs. I got one with Big Murph, um, um, Appalachian Dawn. I did, like, one with him and like 3 or 4 other people, but like one with Leroy. And so like I was trying to put out music at first, and then what happened was I realized is I was like about a year and a half ago. This is how everything happened with me. Um, and then we'll get back to you because I want to know a lot about you too, bro.
Oh, you're good,
This
man.
is what happened with me, real quick, real quick. I'm gonna get through. I'm gonna get through. So what happened was about a year and a half ago is um I was shooting videos like all the time, right?
Mhm.
I'm talking about I was shooting like 2 or 3 a week, and I was making really good money, like side money. I was making really good money,
Oh
and
yeah.
a lot of those were from narcotic. And so, like, but we were traveling. We went to Indianapolis. Um, we went to Memphis. We shot one with Crunchy Black was in it of 3 6 Mafia.
Mhm.
Um, I shot one when Colt Ford was in it. Narcotic has a song with Colt Ford. Shot one with Colt Ford. So I mean, we were just shooting, and then in between those videos, we were shooting just like regular videos for him. He actually lives not far from me at all, and so we were shooting all the time, right? And so there came a point to where I told him, see, I started putting out my own stuff. I started being like, bro, at this rate, I'm never going to be able to put out music. Like, because whenever I put out music, I'm like, okay, I have a song, I shoot a video, I put it out, and then like 2 or 3 months could go by before you're like, I got another song I'm ready to put out. You know what I'm saying? So that's a
Mhm.
big gap, right? If you're not dropping anything for 3 months, everybody's sitting there like,
Yeah, that
because nobody's gonna be sitting there going, come on, some
yeah.
people lose interest. So I found it really hard to build an audience quick. So what I started doing, and this is how everything went to Upchurch for the interview, was I started dropping like shorts, a lot of shorts, just funny stuff.
Yeah, that helps, yeah.
Or whenever I was around Colt Ford, I would take a video and I'd say something funny or whatever. Just whatever I was doing, I just started dropping shorts, right? And I've always been a huge fan of church, man. I was in a band back in 20 like 14 to
Oh,
20
yeah, I remember
18.
you saying that in one of, the reaction you did of mine.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
dude, that Deer Up Church reaction, I love, dude.
yeah.
That was such a cool thing to watch because, like, and we'll go into that, but like, you shot your shot, bro,
Mhm.
and I was like, it turned out good. I was like, I'm glad, and
I appreciate it,
it's
man.
fun. It's cool to watch. You know what I'm saying? Because uh, Church is the kind of guy that's like, if you come at him the right way, he's gonna love you, man. He's gonna give you all kinds of love. But if you come at him the wrong way, he's going he's not gonna be happy about it. And it was awesome to watch you come at him like balls out. You're like, I ain't stopping until I get that feature. I'm like, woo! But I was like,
Sometimes, man, you just gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? I mean,
right. But this kid has. I was like, man, this kid's got balls, man. But uh, but yeah. So what I was doing was I was playing in a band, man. I played ever since high school. But like I was playing in a band, and we played Nashville. We played downtown Nashville a lot on the bar scene down there. BB
mhm.
King's, Frisky Frogs, where we played some places. And my best friend is the lead singer. He's amazing. Like, dude's on tour with the Lax right now.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, my best friend Dustin. His name is Dustin Spears. Shout out
Oh,
Dustin.
shoot. Man,
Yeah,
that's
I talked
cool.
to him today. They're out in
Yeah.
California. He's on tour with the Lax. Yeah, but he's uber talented. Dude can sing like crazy. But we were playing in a band. I was playing bass. Um, I was trying to book us gigs here or there, and all of a sudden, Upchurch started popping up in my feed, bro. Like 2015, 2016, and I was like, "Look, bro, I know this is country rap, which I've liked rap forever.
Yep.
I've liked everything forever." But I told my buddy, I was like, "This dude is everywhere right now." I was like, "I don't know who he is." I was like, "But I always see his stuff popping up everywhere." And I was like, "I'm gonna try to do some research because I think he's from Middle Tennessee." And so I put some posts on Facebook and somebody's like, yeah, I know where his DJ's at or whatever. It's in
Mhm.
Lebanon. And I was like, bro, I go there anyway. So I went out there one day and I talked to him and then I got his number, Cliffy. And I started messaging him or whatever. And he's like, okay. He's like, if you want to throw a show, this is our price. We need this. And so I was like, fuck it, we're throwing the show. So I threw a show in 2017, and I don't even know if Upchurch remembers this. I told him, and he's like, "Oh yeah." But it's been a long time ago. This is 2017. We threw a show, and it was right down the road. There was this woman who had this huge barn, right? And it was fixed. It was refurbished to like do weddings and throw shows and stuff. So she's like, "Look,
Mhm.
I'll let you throw your show for free. You can book whoever you can let whoever you want open. You guys will go on to up church or whatever." She's like, "But I'll get the beer sales and so all that kind of stuff, right?" And so like, well, I was like, "Okay." She's like, "You got to get like 350 people to show up," and I was like, "Okay, bro." Like 1,500 people showed up.
Dang,
This was
that's
in
crazy.
2017. Yeah, this was in 2017, and like, well, this is what happened. We booked that show. Like, I booked that show the winter beforehand, and we had like 6 months to try to make sure, like, we had everything in order or whatever. We got a professional sound guy, all that kind of stuff. And by the time, dude, that's whenever Upchurch was really just super blowing up.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
by the time that we booked it and we signed the paperwork till the show started, he gained like a million more followers, like a million subscribers. And so like it was just going, yeah.
It's
He was
crazy.
gaining so many every day. And so by the time we threw it, man, we thought it was just people in our area, but people were coming from like there was a dude came from Arkansas.
Oh,
And
shoot. Oh, dang.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean it was like a lot of stuff and so I threw a show with him. I met him in 2017 and I still have some video from that show. It's really crazy to see that show and then see where he's at now. It's
And
just
then where
nuts,
yep.
man.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I told my boy I was like, look, and because he's like, man, I'm not really big on the rap stuff, and I was like, look, bro, I was like, I like it. It's new to me, and I fucking love it. I love what he does. What he does isn't like anybody else I've heard. Right? A lot of people's stuff, no offense, is corny. Church's stuff is like I could tell
Very
that's
corny.
really it's just something different. Back then,
Yeah.
especially, it was just something different. So I told him, I was like, look, bro, it's numbers. I was like, whether you like it or not, it's numbers, bro. I was like, this
Mhm.
dude, I told him, I said, mark my words, this dude is going to be huge in like 4 years. And man, he was like, he is.
Look at him now, you know what I mean? That's
Right.
crazy.
So 2017, we played with him. 2018, Cliffy let me open up. He had a birthday bash, Cliffy did, and we talked about it in the interview with Up Church, whatever. Uh, like he had a birthday bash, so our band went and opened up for him there again. And so I'd met him a couple times, whatever and stuff. And so fast forward to getting started on YouTube and trying to figure out how to get an audience, get some subscribers. I dropped a couple songs and I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna start doing everything. Like I love music, right? But I'm not the best singer. I'm not the best rapper. But I'm gonna start doing everything, right? So I started dropping shorts and I started doing reviews. So then I did Up Church reviews because naturally we'd met him, we'd opened for the guy, and I was like, I love this dude. I'm gonna do some reviews. And so I guess he just saw them. He just saw the reviews and then he literally just got on Instagram and he was like, "Hey, bro, I want Southwind to interview me." So
Yeah,
that's
that's crazy.
literally, yeah. He texted me the next day, and I did carve a rock. I do stone carvings on the side. I used to do like
Oh,
these
do you
weird
really?
rock carving things. Yeah, and I carved a stone in 2019 or 2018. And his dad was all over Facebook at the time, and like I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, man," he's like, "I could carve one for church and just take it over there." And he was like, "Yeah." So I did do that beforehand, but like I carved this big, huge ghost ranch rock for him and stuff. But like I didn't even meet him that day. I just dropped it off and left. But no, man, that's how like I know that's super long winded. This isn't about me. I made it about me. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're
We're gonna
good,
talk
dude.
about Trey, I promise. But like I guess that would be how like it took a long time to figure out because people really like the interviews more, man. They like that kind of stuff that I do. But I mean, I just drop the music to every now and then just to kind of just because I like it. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody doesn't like it or they are like, bro, you suck. I mean, it's just a hobby for me. I'm not like touring artist. I'm just having fun with it. So
Yeah.
Upchurch made
No,
my
I
my
mean,
channel an interview channel, and I'm grateful, man. So grateful, and I just like people. I just love music, and I like people, and that's where I'm
heck
at,
yeah,
man.
dude. I mean, just
So what?
find what you love, do what you love, and just keep riding with it. You know what I mean? Don't let anything stop you.
Right,
Don't let anyone tell you differently.
right,
Just keep
right.
going with it, dude.
Yeah, I'm having fun, man, and um, I mean, if I don't ever sell a million copies or whatever, I mean, I got a great job, got a great wife, got a house.
Hey,
I'm
dude,
good anyway, but
anything's possible,
um,
man.
yeah. Well, what about you, bro? Are
Just
you
gotta get your mind right.
so yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to stay focused sometimes,
Yeah.
um what about you, man? You got a song tomorrow, right? You got a song dropping tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. So, this song tomorrow is called "Meant to Be." Um, I usually drop my songs at 10 in the morning, but this one I'm dropping at 10 at night, just
Cool.
so, just to mix it up differently. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
And I usually drop my songs on Friday, and tomorrow's a Thursday. So
All right.
it's like, why not just drop my
You're gonna hit
song?
them one day early.
Yeah. No, so
Meant to be,
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Y'all
that
check that one
song
out.
I'm giving basically just rapping on it, but it's kind of like a older, like soulful type of beat, but I'm like
Oh,
really,
cool.
really
Yeah.
rapping on it. And I'm also giving my
Nice.
flowers to the people who kind of brought me up and respects me in this music scene and whatnot. So can't wait
That's
for you
great,
guys to
bro.
hear that song.
I can't wait to hear it. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it on my community page or whatever and try to get some people in. I'm gonna share it
Heck
around the
yeah,
time
dude.
it drops. Yeah. I've been watching
Heck
you,
yeah.
man. I think I like about, and somebody said it earlier. One of my friends, actually, I know. She's a fan. She's from close out here to where I live. She said, "I love his flow and his grit." Kelly, her name is Kelly. She's gonna be singing. She said she just said she would share it as well. Kelly
I
can sing,
appreciate
man. That
y'all.
girl can. Yeah, that girl can sing. She's gonna be doing some backups on a couple of my songs, and um, great person, man. She told me from day one after Upchurch shared Dear Upchurch, man. She was like, "I like this kid. He's good. Like he's good."
That's
But
so cool, man. Cause like after that moment, I'd so this new project that's coming out, right? Which is called 24. It's on my birthday. It's dropping December 5th. So I actually have a song that's called For Creek Squad, and it basically tells me like what Creek Squad has done for me, basically. And it's like a
Nice.
5-6 minute song, and I'm just like half of it I'm rapping, and then the other half I'm just talking on there. You know what I mean?
Cool.
It's so cool, man. Like ever since that day happened, it's just I'm just on go mode, man. It just gave me so
Yeah.
much inspiration, and it's just crazy what one person can do and change your whole perspective on things.
Yeah. Yep.
Because before I even did that song, like I was thinking about giving up on music and not just dropping it, you know what I mean? Or maybe coming back to it later. And
Yep.
after
I
that
know
happened, man, it
exactly what you
just
mean.
boom.
I know
It's
exactly what you mean.
I'm forever grateful, man. So
That's
yeah.
great. What did you do whenever you found out he had shared it and stuff and he shouted you out? What did you do? Did it like happen? Was you awake when it happened and you saw it, or did you just
No.
look on there and it had like 20,000 views?
So I was not awake. Um it was about 7:30ish, 8 o'clock or something like that in the morning.
Yeah.
Um Kinsey just went to work, which is my girlfriend. So she's at work. I woke up with a bunch of views on that video, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
then I kept getting the same comments over and over and over. People were saying like, "I came here from Ryan's post. I came here from Ryan's post,"
Hell
and I
yeah.
was like, "What are you guys talking about?" So that I'm still like wiping like the crust out of my eyes, kind of thing. I'm just like, "What are you guys talking about, man?"
Right.
So then I was like, "Okay, so I'll just check his page out." You know what I mean? I checked it, and there it was, man. It's
Yeah.
It was mind blowing.
I know exactly what you mean, bro. That's the same thing that happened to me pretty much. He put an Instagram post out or whatever, and he was like, because I remember him saying something like, "I'm gonna pick 3 people to interview me,"
Mhm.
and
Oh,
I,
dude, I was
I
rooting
worked.
for you, man.
Yeah, but
I was
yeah.
rooting for you
Well,
when
I
you did
mean,
that.
Marcotic man, he told me like we talked a lot at the time. He goes, "Bro, you're gonna be one of them," and I was like, "Nah." I was like, "He's been sharing a lot of my stuff lately." I was like, "But I don't think so, man." I was like, because you think of yourself, even whenever I remember sitting doing the interview, and I was like, I shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Because you have those
Yeah.
thoughts, those negative thoughts hit you. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, I shouldn't be here. I was like, I'm not going to screw this up for everybody. And then I snapped out. I was like, I worked my ass off doing stuff. I should be here. Stop
Mhm.
thinking like that. Let's do this. And I remember thinking that, like, nah, man, I'm not. That ain't going to happen. And then all of a sudden, what happened was Kansas was like blowing, like he was like, or it was him, and there's a few people just ding. And I woke up. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Ding, 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 ding. Notifications going off, and I was like, "What the hell is going on, man?" And so I'm literally like in my boxers, just like walking around,
Oh, yeah.
and I look on my phone, and Kansas tagged me, or he like, I guess he ripped the video and he put it on his YouTube or something, and I was like, no. I was like, no, because he was starting to say who he wanted to interview, and I was like, no way. And all of a sudden, I heard like Southland or whatever, and I was like, you got to be kidding me, because I would like just
Dude,
like you
that's
were talking about a
crazy.
while ago. It was, bro. It was like what? And so just like a while ago, you were saying like you were thinking about giving up, or you were like, man, I'm gonna try something else or whatever. I was thinking about
Mhm.
the same thing. I was just like, man, I really don't know where I'm at with this, or it's hard. It's hard, bro. There's
It
so
is,
much
yeah.
music out there. There's so much music. It's just hard. And I didn't know. I didn't really know what I was going to do, and then that happened, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah,
Whatever it
dude.
is, whether it's interviews or whether it's whatever.
Just take off with it, man.
You got to,
Just
man. And
just
dude, you're
don't
gonna
stop.
keep. And my buddy Mark Kotick was telling me too. He's like, bro, he's like, you might have 10,000 subs now. He's like, but in 5 years, you might have 1,000,000.
Mhm.
He's like, you don't know. He's like, you got to keep going. And that's the same thing with you, man. You got people out here who, um, how long has it been since he shared your song? About 7 months, 7 months
Um,
or so, 6 months,
that sounds about right. Oh,
something like
dang.
that. You got people out here right now in the comments section who are
I'm
Trey
sorry, y'all.
fans.
These comments are not popping up for me. I'm gonna pull this up real quick so it pulls up here.
Oh no, you're good. I'm just saying you got people out here right now that are Trey fans. 7 months later,
No,
they love it, dude.
that's crazy, man. Because
It feels good, don't it?
yeah,
You
like,
are good,
I don't
bro.
even know. I don't even know what to think about it. You know, and it's another thing too, where it's like I don't want to be that guy to explain this, but it's like all the people that like church has helped, and then they stab him in the back. You know what I mean?
It's weird, man.
It's it's weird, and it's just kind of the thing where it's like I think I have his respect, but I don't know. I just want like maybe more validation. You know what I mean? With like him saying it directly to me. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know, and I've never really talked about this, but like, so he helps, and so a lot of times I think, because I haven't talked. The last time I talked to him was probably 3 weeks ago, and we was just texting or whatever, just a couple things. And
Mhm.
so, you know, and when you don't talk to somebody for that long, you might think like, oh man, like hope he ain't mad at me, or oh man, I hope he's, but really, to be honest, bro, I think this is what happens. He helps so many people out that, like, to keep tabs on all those people, Father Son Reacts,
Oh yeah.
Kansas, Just Trey, Southwind, and there's a ton, bro. Um, to keep tabs on all those people, it would be a lot. And
Mhm.
so a lot of times, like, if I don't hear from him for like 3 months, 2 months, or a month, or whatever, it's kind of like you feel like, oh man, I wish Ryan would invite me over, or I wish we could do this. But when you stop and think about it in his shoes, it's like, dude, ain't no telling how many people just on his normal phone.
Oh
Just on
yeah.
his normal phone. I rarely text him. If I text him, it'll be just once every now and then to be like, bro, I love that new song. Um, bro, check this out, or whatever, right? Um, and so the reason why I don't do that is because even on his regular contacts, on his regular phone, ain't no telling how many people blow him up on that, much less
Mhm.
Instagram, much less. And so, like, when you're only one man to go around,
It's hard.
it's
I
got to
I
be
can
hard, man.
yeah,
And
I can vouch for it.
some people take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Some people who are like, um, they're like, "Well, man, I thought we were close or whatever," and he don't answer my text, or he don't whatever. But you know what, man? I from the very beginning, from the first time I went over there and done the interview, I said to myself, "This is awesome," because you immediately think, "Oh, we're buddies now. I'm in. I'm going to go over all the time." And I went over a couple times since then. I went over and hung out at a bonfire a couple times. Um, but like you think, "Oh yeah, like I'm going to hang out all the time." I immediately told myself, if I never come over here again, this was awesome. This was a great experience. He gave me 3 hours of his life, 4 hours, just chilling, talking, hanging out, and for this dude he has millions of fans, to do that, to take time out of his life, just 3 hours even.
Mhm. Just
It
to
was
did it with
awesome.
you.
Yeah, just to do it with me, and he gave me footage that, I mean, I made money off of it. He gave me 3 minutes of his life documented and answered every question in the book, and man, and when you stop and think about it like that, you know, there's literally nothing I could ask that guy for. I couldn't do it. Now I did
Mhm.
say at one point a couple months ago, I was like, "Hey bro, I got this new song I'm working on. I would love to get your opinion on it." And he said, "Send it over, bro." And so, like, I still haven't sent it to him because it's not how I want it. But like, and I just try not to bother him because everybody wants to hang out with church. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's so hard to um it's got to be hard to be that person. It's got to be because, dude, I have no doubt in my mind if he invited you to Cheatham County, or if you just saw him out in Walmart, he'd be like, "Bro, what's up? I fucking love you, man." That's just how he is. But
Mhm.
to actually get the time to talk to him, man, it's really hard to get to talk to him. And there's been times that I've texted him, and he didn't say nothing back. When I met Oliver Anthony, I went to the show and I met Oliver Anthony. I showed him a picture and I said, "Hey, man," I told him you and him should do a song together. Y'all would make awesome music. And he didn't say nothing back. And you know what, man? I just think it's because there's so much that comes through. He might have had his phone off. I don't even know. There's so much
Right.
that
Yeah.
comes through his life, dude. His Instagram, his personal phone, people texting him, people because the dude, I think he has like two phones. Whenever I was over there, he had like two different phones, and so like, man, I mean,
I can only
it's
imagine.
so easy to look because nobody's blowing my phone up, right? I
Mhm.
mean, maybe if something happens, I'll get some notifications or something, but nobody's like calling Southwind every day all the time. I'm not
Right.
wanting to
Yeah.
disappear. I'm not wanting to disappear. Nobody's blowing me up. I'm not a hot commodity. But if I had 3 million fans, it's hard. I think if he doesn't get that time to mentally just get away from everything, it just kind of takes a toll on him, understandably.
And
But
I
man,
feel like it.
I think he'll reach out. I think he'll reach out to you sometime, bro. I don't.
Yeah. I have a strong. I have a strong feeling he will. It's just a matter of
Yeah,
time
man.
again. But
It's just one of them things, man, where it just goes around and comes around, and sometimes, I mean, I think, man, I ain't heard from him in a while. I hope he's not mad at me. But why would he be
mhm.
mad? It's just one of them. It's just one of them things, man.
No,
I
I
think you've
totally
done
agree.
awesome. I
I
think you've done
appreciate it,
awesome.
man.
When I saw your video and your song, and now that song's at like 500,000 or something.
Very close. Yeah. It's very
I
very
saw it
close to that.
today. I
That
listened to it again today, and I was like, man, 500,000 to have a song at 500,000. That's so cool, man. And
it's all Creek Squad, man. Creek
yeah,
Squad rolls deep, dude. My
absolutely,
gosh.
man. They do, man. And somebody said something to me one day, and they sent me something, and they were like, man, they were trying to like say up church, some up church, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, listen, bro. I was like, that man's done more for me than my own family. Some of them. Not that I'm asking people for things, but like, you couldn't get me to say a bad word about that guy. No.
Dude,
And
like you interviewed him and he reshared my song. And it's like he literally changed my life around. Like some
right,
people
yeah,
just don't understand that, man.
they don't
Like,
understand it. They don't understand it. And oh yeah, what I was going to say real quick, man. Father Son Reacts, right?
mhm,
They actually, I went over there a couple times because I was shooting videos for Nate. Me and Nate were working together, and I was trying to help him get a couple of videos down for his songs and stuff because he didn't have nobody. He didn't have anybody he was working with, and even whenever I was over there talking to Nate, Nate was like, and they lived in his house, like the YouTube house right next to his house, right?
oh really?
Nate was like, "Nah, man." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, I haven't seen church and he's like, "I haven't talked to him in a few days." He's like, "He's okay, just whatever." And so like that's another thing, and that brings it into perspective. Even the people that are living at his house, it's kind of like, he has to have time away from that, and so like I don't get offended if like a lot of people they'll get offended or whatever, but like I try to, remind myself there's people living like right there at his house and he doesn't even talk to him all the time.
Mhm,
It's got to be so hard to take all that stuff and just put it in a box and spend time with himself. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm jumping around, man. Um,
You're good, dude. You're
I'm
good,
jumping
man.
around, bro. ADD's kicking, Monster Energy, baby,
No, dude.
kicking in.
I love talking like this. You know what I mean?
Well, thanks for joining us tonight, man.
God, thank you for letting me join. You know what I mean? This
Absolutely, man. I've
I,
been
I
wanting to talk
love.
to you for a while, man.
What's that? Say it again.
I've been wanting to hang and just chat and stuff for a while.
Yeah, dude. Whenever I pop in your live, sometimes, man, it's just half the time I'm either at the studio recording something, or I'm just literally doing something. And this is just one of the times where I'm not doing something. So,
Absolutely, man.
so you,
I'm
you got
glad.
my full attention right now. And I mean, hell, dude, I don't even talk to anybody really. Like, I literally got me, my brother, my mom, my girlfriend. That's literally it, man. And my
I hear you.
sister-in-law. That's it. I mean,
Hey, sometimes it's simpler like that, man.
yeah,
Sometimes it's simpler like that. I've had people hit me up that I barely even know them. Hey, man, my truck's broke down. You think you can message Ryan? I need a new truck. Seriously. No, I'm dead serious. And it's like, what? I was like, what? And I was like, I wouldn't even message Ryan if I needed a new truck. No way. And like
oh,
people,
dude,
I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. There was this one dude who sent me after the interview. This was the creepiest thing, man, I've ever seen. He sent me a picture of his ID, picture of his birth certificate, a picture of all the police jail records, like some kind of police records. He's like, man, I've got to work on the ghost ranch, man. He's like, I've got to work on the ghost ranch. He's like, you've got to get me a job with Ryan. He's like, that's what I want to do before I
dude,
die. He's
I
like, I have
hate
a
when
clean
people try
record.
to
I'm
do
no
that, man.
creepy. And I'm just like, what? First of all, man, I don't I don't even talk to him like every day. Like it's not like it's just it got weird for the first couple weeks after, and then after that it was fine. It was just kind of
I
a
bet,
thing.
man.
But sometimes it's simpler. It's simple to have just your family around.
You just get a
But
bunch of
yeah, man.
weirdos just coming at you, just like left or right, like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, and you got to realize like half the people wouldn't be wanting to talk to you or hang out with you if it wasn't for that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I love talking to people though, man. I really enjoy it, and people who really care about music and they follow up church and they follow me or whatever. I love seeing how people, because I mean, it do change my life. Like I made with the money I made. I've never really said this too much, but with the money I made, I bought me an extra work truck with
that's
the
cool,
with the
man.
interview money. Yeah,
That's really
that's
good.
what I needed it. And like I mean, I have like a 2020 Nissan Rogue, and I had like another little truck at the time, but it was going out, and I just have a little work truck, man, and I bought it. Just spent $2,000 on a little work truck, and I needed it, and just you know, it really it changed. It it helped give me confidence, and it helped really change things for me around. Not that anything was going bad. I was doing okay,
Mhm.
but it just kind of it helped me get a truck, and it just helped me with everything, with YouTube, with everything. And
Yeah,
people who have stories like that, even if it's just music, you know what I'm saying? I know it sounds cliche and it sounds corny, but there are people out there who I know this one guy who was like, dude, I literally like I can't remember. He was talking about he was gonna kill himself. And like he's like of churches of music just like it just brightened my day. And he's like, it just stopped me every time. Like I
yeah,
mean, it is cliche and it is corny, but I mean it is real. I like hearing that kind of stuff. It's
yeah,
really
man.
cool. Have you had anybody say that to you?
A few times, yeah, and it kind of like pushed me back a little bit and made me.
Yeah.
It makes me want to keep going. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Makes me feel like
You
I
gotta keep going, bro.
actually I have a purpose with the music and with myself. Anyways, yeah. I mean, and that was way before. Um, Ryan shared my stuff when somebody said that,
Yeah.
and then now I'm getting messages like all the time, like, dude, I put your songs on every time I go to the gym or I go to the grocery store or do this and do that. And it's overwhelming, but it's really good.
Yeah.
It's good overwhelming senses, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
it's
I know
truly
exactly what
it's a
you mean.
blessing.
I've never had that for one of my songs, but I shot a music video one time for a pretty big artist in West Virginia, and it was like it was talking about staying clean. It was dust on the Bible instead of dust on the bottle. He
Mhm.
redid a song, "Dust on the Bible," something about staying clean, and it was something about drug use or whatever addiction. And I just all I did was shoot the video, and whenever he dropped it, there was people on there that was like, this song I haven't used for 2 weeks, and this song has helped me stay clean and stuff like that." And so I
That's
was
cool.
like,
So
"Oh,
you were part of that process, you know what I mean?
right, you're right, yeah, a small part, but yeah, like the
Yeah.
video guy, and even though it was just a video guy, it makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Gives you that. It gives you that like, oh shit, I changed somebody's life in a way. Like it's
Yeah.
like a because for years and years and years, like I
Well,
used to work. I worked at Lowe's, I worked at factories, and you're just like working, and it seems like it's just soulless work. You know what I'm saying? But then you do
mhm.
something like this, and you're like, man, I wish I could do that full time because like you could really
And then
impact people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and then with like the power of what you got, you know what I mean, with doing music videos, like you can portray an image towards the people that didn't see that image when they first listened to it.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah.
Um, I could try to do it in a way that like emotionally change. It's different emotionally, and it gets people thinking and going. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
You're right. I've often listened to songs, and I'm like, man, I don't like that song. But then I see a video with it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I like that. It kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, you're
It's
right. That's
connecting,
true.
yeah, connecting the dots too.
That's true. That's true. So man, we don't have to do no like crazy interview, but when did you first like get into music?
I first
Like,
got into music. So back in like 2008. So I'm 20, well, I will be 24 like next month. So 24 now. So in 2008, or was it no? No, I lied. Sorry. 2006 or
okay,
2005, around that time is when I started to realize what music was, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And that was when like Eminem,
oh yeah,
50 Cent, all of them, um,
they were
because
huge.
my
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, because my brother got into it and he liked listening to that stuff. And then I started listening to more rock and then more country and then um,
right,
more blues and stuff like that. And as time got on, I figured out who Upchurch was in 2015, and the first song I heard from him was "Hillbilly." That
oh
was the
yeah,
first
yeah,
song I've heard by him, and then I heard "Rolling Stone," and I was like, "So he can rap and he can do country?" I was like, "What the
yeah,
heck? That's
yeah,
crazy."
yeah.
So then I figured out who he was, listened to him a little bit, and then I figured out what independent music is, like being
Uh,
independent in the music business. So I was like, "Okay,
right,
I like doing this. I like writing stuff down. So why don't I just give it a go?" And then from 2016 all the way up until 2018 is when I was just writing stuff just to write.
right.
And then 2018 is when I took it like more serious. Like this could be my job. You know what I mean? So
Started
I would
dropping
say
stuff.
so
When's the first song you dropped? Or did you just start recording for a
first
while?
so my first like official song was oh dang dude. It was like 2018, 2017.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Was it 2019? Is that what it was? No, like my first song. No, before that. So I did like a bunch of freestyles and stuff, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that one was probably dropped like 2017, 2018. And then
Nice.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So then I like deleted it and then I started to take
Yeah.
it another approach and then didn't like those songs. And then I took another approach at it. And then that's when I started dropping stuff on a more frequent
Right.
basis
Right.
and
Right.
all that, taking it more serious. And so,
Man, that's I've done that, bro. I've wrote a song and been like, oh yeah, it's cool, man. It sounds good. Recorded it and I'm like, oh, that's garbage. Like the next
it's
day or like, yeah, like, oh man. And
it's
then
cool
like,
to you at that point, and then once you let other people hear it, it's just like, okay,
yeah,
maybe this isn't cool, you know?
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it takes, but bro, you came. I don't know what you used to sound like, but
Oh, dude,
it could have
it's
been like what you
old.
sound like now because like you're solid. Like every song is like. I listened to what's that one you dropped the other day? The freestyle, the winter, summer, winter freestyle or
Summer, winter
whatever. The
breeze. Yep.
summer, winter breeze.
Or
And so like
summer,
I have
summer breeze,
terrible
winter
memory, man.
time. Sorry.
I have a terrible memory. I promise. I listened to it, and I was listening to it, and I was like it's like the grit in your voice. It kind of builds a little bit, and then I'm like, it
Hmm.
gets me into it. The emotion is there, and the cadence is there.
That's cool, man.
Somebody said, somebody said in the comments, church's influence on my life makes me cry to talk about it. Shit goes deep for all of us. Yeah, man, the dude. Sorry to switch gears real
100%
quick.
true.
Yeah, there's something about man. The first time I heard him was like it was the Mile Own Way song, and it was right before the very next song I heard was Outlaw. Like I
Hmm.
liked the Mile Own Way song, but I was like, this is different. This is weird. And then I heard Outlaw, and I was like, that was the first song where I was like, okay, I officially like country rap now because I was like, I played in kind of rock country bands, Jason Aldean stuff.
Hmm.
In high school, I played like, well, I was in some heavy metal bands.
Oh,
Like,
dude, you'll catch me listening to some heavy metal sometimes, man.
that
I'll
I
listen
was in
to it.
like heavy metal, like that was when like the hardcore stuff came out, like the underground scene stuff. And so I was into that for a couple years, and um and so like I never really because somebody said some country rap, blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, I'd heard a few guys, like I'd heard like Big Smo, I'd
Hmm.
heard Big Smo and all them, um, and I'm like, it's all right. But then I heard the first time I heard Church, he was the first one that was like, first of all, I actually like this. Like I can listen to this, like love it, right? And that's weird because usually you like ramp up into a genre where you hear
Hmm.
like something first and then it's like something and then but like kind of close and then whatever. But like that's the first time I heard it because I grew up listening to country all the time. Like my parents, that's all they listened to was 90s country.
Yeah.
And like I didn't like it till I was older because I was that kid that was like rebellious. So that's why I was listening to rap and rock when supposed to or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so later on I really like 2007ish the country stuff really came in. And so when you have that many influences, it's weird whenever you hear one artist to be like, first of all, I liked it, and second of all, I wanted to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how like that weird like
Yeah,
mix between like what's about to happen is gonna happen, and then
yeah,
and something in your mind just like clicks, and you're just like, oh, this is gonna be like the next big thing.
yeah, yeah.
Then
That's
and they've been doing it for so long that nobody's really catching on, and then now, I mean, look at it now, dude. I mean, there's so
yeah,
many people doing it now.
yep.
It's
And
just so
and
crazy.
it was really weird, man, because I'd heard country rap a little bit here and there, and like I remember hearing about the Georgia Boys. I remember hearing about Big Smoke came out 2008, 2009. I remember like hearing it, but I was like, yeah, it's okay. It's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. And no offense, I mean they have some good stuff. Whatever. I'm not a Big Smoke fan anymore. I don't want to name drop, but anyway, I've had some ordeals with some people. The genre gets messy. Anyway, so whenever I heard church, I was just like, this is actually cool. Like this is him. Like other people, I think other people what they do is they make music and they're like, I want to sound like this. I want me to sound like this. I want it to sound like this, right? They try to fit
Mhm.
themselves into a box. But church was like, this is who I am. I'm making the music fit who I am. That's the
Right.
first time I ever really got that from somebody. And I was thinking, I was like, first of all, I was like, I've never heard it sound like that. Secondly, I want to do it. Thirdly, I think it's something I could do because I'm not real big singer, so like I think I could like rap a little bit, and so it kind of excited me. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I was still playing in a band, so I was doing the numbers thing, and I was trying to just try to find people for us to play with and open for and bigger acts and stuff. And my buddy was like, "No, man, let's find country acts," and I'm like, "You don't understand, bro." I was like, I was like, I don't know, I'm a numbers person. Used to trade stocks. Used to do pretty good at it. And I am a business minded, like that's probably me more than like anything. And I just knew it. I knew it. I told him, I said, dude, I don't care if you don't like it. I was like, okay, I care, but like, I don't care if it's something that you're like, I don't really like or whatever. I said, this guy is going to be huge. I said, there's something about it. I can tell. And
Yeah.
I just knew it, man. I don't know, man. It was really cool. And it was awesome to watch him blow up. And I don't know, man.
Yeah, man.
You're different too, man. You got a good you got a good solid like I call it cadence, but like a lot of rappers they'll rap differently on and it's kind of all like it's hard to catch on to. Yours is
Mhm.
really like easy to get in
Well, I
that zone
appreciate
with.
that. 'Cause
I
I feel
noticed
like
that about you.
sometimes like some of my songs is like a little hard even for me to understand sometimes. It's like, why did I say that at this part? And it's funny you say that too, because I don't notice that I'm doing it, but Captain Kurt said this a couple of times before, and ever since he says it, I like catch myself doing it. So every line I put down, it's always a different way I deliver it. And then
Oh,
by
really?
the time that you realize that I'm already switching, or by the time that you've known the delivery and how I delivered it the first time, I've already switched my flow into the second time.
That's
Does that
cool.
make sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I try to work around that and then do everything from start to finish like that, even from like the hooks and stuff. Because like the hooks, it's always got to be snappy. Like people always got to catch it.
Right,
Well, not always,
right.
but um, it's just one of them things, man. Where you just got
You
to
there,
be
bud?
different.
I think I'm losing. Hold on just a second. You there? Okay, you're back.
Uh,
You froze for a second.
it's just one of those things, man, where you just got to be different, and then you just got to stand out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So
You got it's weird. You got to sound like kind of like not super off of left wall, but at the same time, you've got to be different yourself. You got to bring something different to the plate,
mhm.
and that's cool that Captain Kirk noticed that. Man, he's really good about noticing. He's really
Yeah,
into like the bars rap. Yeah, like, he's
yeah,
good with stuff like he really notices a lot of good stuff.
he's pretty good.
Here's another one. I haven't met him yet. He was gonna. He came down. We were gonna hang out, but I can't remember something happened and he had to go back early. But yeah, man, dude, that would be cool to meet everybody that we chat with. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't
That
met
would be, man.
Kansas yet. Yeah, I want to meet. I want to meet all the bros, man.
Dude, I
Chat.
went on live with Kansas one time on Instagram, and then like um I don't know if anything's happening with Kansas or anything. I don't know if what's what was going on or something, but I gave him my number. I said, "Hey, dude, if anything's going on," because he was like posting stuff online for like a couple of days or something about getting off social media and stuff like that. And I was like, "Hey, dude, here's my number. You can text me and do what you got to
Yeah,
do, or
yeah, sure.
let me know if you're good." You know what I mean? Um, and then from there, I don't know if he just doesn't
He
mess with me anymore, or I mean, I don't. I thought me and him
he
were cool,
he.
but
Oh, you probably are, man. And that's the thing. Like, I didn't talk to him for a while because, like, I think he just pieces out for a while, and
mhm.
then, like, I think he had a baby recently. Um,
Did he?
yeah, he had a baby recently, so he was gone for like 2 or 3
Okay,
months. He
so
didn't do
that's
anything.
probably what.
He just now came back. He just now did a live the other day. But like I didn't talk to him either. I got his number. I didn't talk to him either. And like it's just and that's why I try to remind myself like you know, there's probably people sitting back going, why hasn't Southwind messaged me? So like, what I'm saying? Like I try to remind myself like we all have
Mhm.
lives and
Yeah.
we all, have certain times we can do stuff or whatever. And no, man, Kansas is pretty cool dude too. I just
Yeah.
try to stay cool to everybody. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Sorry, chat. I've been I don't see the things. Let's see here. I don't see the comments. Okay, yeah, Kansas just had a baby girl, somebody said. So yeah, man, I think it's just sometimes people just peace out for a while and I don't think nobody is really mad at nobody.
I mean,
Hopefully
that's
not.
cool. I'll support him. I'll help him out if he needs anything. But um, no,
For
man,
sure.
people message me all the time that hit me in my DMs on Instagram and stuff all the time. I try to hit them back as quick as I can, and obviously, if I don't
Right.
hit them back quick enough, they get a little agitated. But understand, like we
Right,
got
right,
normal
right,
lives too. You know what I mean? Like we still got to pay bills.
right.
So
Oh, I had a dude, I blocked this guy actually not long ago, but he wasn't even like internet. Like I knew the guy like beforehand. A few years ago, like I'm a caregiver at a facility, and I had met him through that somehow. And so like he messaged me, well, we would just hey man, take my Facebook, we'll talk. And he would just message me every now and then, so and so's doing good or whatever, mom's doing good, dad's doing good. Cool, man, great to hear. And so we would talk just here and there. And then as soon as the interview dropped, like I hadn't talked to the guy for like a year or two, right? He messaged me and he was like, "Oh, you think you're somebody now? You can't answer my message or something." I'm like, I don't even have you messaged me. And I'm like, dude, I was like, dude, I'm
uh,
nobody. I'm literally go to work, and I said I'm the same person, except I got a couple of subscribers now. That's it, man. I said that I don't think nothing of myself. And he was like, oh, okay, my bad, my bad. And then he asked me for money.
so that's
Yeah,
where it gets. Nope.
yeah. And so I was like, look, man, I was like, I don't have a lot of extra money. I said I might be able to throw you $20 when I get paid. I said, but like, I'm not famous. I don't make a ton of money now. I said, just make a little bit of YouTube money every now and then. I said, it's nothing crazy good. I said, but I said, holler back at me on certain day or whatever. So he did, and I'm like, really don't have the money. Oh, you think you're better than me, bro? You think what do you think? And so like it started getting manipulative.
Mhm.
And so I was like, no, I just block. I was like, no, just block,
Yeah.
because I try to be the kind of person to where like I want to be friends with everybody, right? Like I want to be friends, but some people, man, they're gonna see what they can. They're gonna see boundaries they can push with you,
Yeah.
and I think about it, and I'm like, did I really not talk to the guy? Did I really like treat him differently? Or I try to really make myself think about it, put myself in his shoes. Did I really like not answer his message and treat him differently? Was I being an asshole? And then when I think about it, I'm like, I don't think I was. And so he was being manipulative, man. You gotta
Or heck, maybe he was having a bad day or something, you know what I mean? And something just
could have
you know
been.
what I mean?
Yeah, could have been. But and then the last time he messaged, it was and that's he said something like that. He said like he had sent me a message and he was like, "Hey brother, how you doing?" And I was like, "Hey man, how's it going?" Didn't hear nothing. And then like a day later, he was like, I'm having a terrible day and you don't even care and blah blah blah. And you don't even say it to me anymore. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know when you're having a bad day?
Yeah, man.
And
Like, you
and
gotta
so
text
it
me these
gets it
things.
gets it gets weird, man. And I just block I just blocked him because if there's one person, so think about this, right? If there's one person that's doing that to me, imagine how many people are doing that to church.
Oh, thousands. I'm sure thousands.
Yeah, you froze. Yeah, probably. Yeah, right. Exactly. Probably thousands. Like, if there's one person doing that to me, imagine his DMs. Imagine, and then what happens is all this shit is going on, and he's like, "I gotta get away from it," and then everybody thinks he's getting away from them, who are his real. But it's crazy, bro. It's got to be crazy to. He handles it well, man. I mean, he does. I think he gets to that threshold with people, and he's like, "Hey, peace out," you know.
Mhm.
So, well, anyway,
It's
man, I'm gonna go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's just I think it's just a balance thing, and it's just a mentality you gotta have, man. Because at a certain point, I mean, people get carried away scrolling on TikTok all the time or scrolling on social media all the
Yeah.
time. You just gotta cut off that line somewhere. You know what I mean? Figure out
Right.
figure out where you need to do this or do that for other things instead of your cell phone.
Social media is one of the best things and one of the weirdest and messed up things at the same time because it's like people aren't even real. Like like sometimes if you get into it so much, you're arguing with somebody, or you're like looking at somebody, they're not even a real person to you. In other
Mhm.
words, you would not say those things to him if you were in front of him in person. You
Yeah,
wouldn't do it. Yeah,
like
and so whenever it gets like that, it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird area of delusional. Like, I want to punch Southwind in the face, but if I'm in front of you, we would probably like have a you know go grab some lunch and talk it out. You know what I'm saying? When it
right,
gets
yeah.
like that, it's like I don't know, man. Social media is just it's a weird thing to begin with. So you got anything you want us to play, bro? While we're hanging out,
Uh,
let's see here. I don't know if
not
it'll
that I
flag
can.
me for putting your music.
It
Maybe
might.
not.
I don't know. I get flagged for my own stuff and I put my own stuff out. So, yeah, every time I upload a music video, it I get flagged for my own
Yeah,
stuff. So I don't
I
know.
hate that. Yeah, I was gonna say about playing some stuff while you were on here, but we might we might do that. But so you got any? So you got the song dropping tomorrow, and you got an album coming December. You said
December 5th. Yep.
you there, but
Can you hear me?
breaking up.
Can you hear me?
You're freezing. Sorry. All right. What was that?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better.
All right. All right. No, it's December 5th is when it's dropping.
Free. Free. You there?
All right. Can you hear me?
You there? I can hear you better, but your picture's still frozen. But
Okay.
it's all good. Go ahead.
Well, December 5th is when it's dropping.
December 5th. Okay. So December 5th, you got an album dropping. Tomorrow you got a song dropping. Everybody go share. Everybody in here right now, go comment. Go leave comments on his song.
Yes.
Because what happens is I've realized this, or I've seen it happen at least from other people. If you blow up the comment section, it helps the algorithm, and then whenever it does drop, it helps it. So comment,
Mhm.
share Trey's new song, and there was something
Appreciate
else I
that.
was going to. Uh,
I said
oh
I
yeah,
appreciate you doing
absolutely,
that.
absolutely, bro, absolutely. We are to hang out, man. And next time hey, if you come down this way, we'll shoot a real interview, bro. We'll shoot
Dude,
like a sit down interview, and we'll actually get into like questions and stuff. You know what I mean?
heck yeah, dude, I'm down. Yeah, for
Heck
sure.
yeah, bro. If you want to, man, absolutely. I got an interview coming up. I just finally, um, after today, well, today we finally got a date. So I got a really good interview coming up January, middle of January with Brian Martin. You ever heard of Brian Martin?
I've heard of him, but I don't think I've ever. It sounds really familiar. Sounds really familiar.
You're freezing up a little bit.
Brian.
Check Brian Martin out if you get a chance. He's actually about to go on tour with the Big Boy Tour, man. He just opened up for Jason Aldean, believe it or not. And he's about to go on tour with, he's about to go on tour with, he was just, bro, like, I've known the guy for about 2 years. I've known about him. And then he released like 2 songs in the last year, and he just skyrocketed, dude. Like,
I haven't heard of him.
He is blowing up on him.
I might have to check out his music.
Dude, look up this song. If you get a chance, look up It's got rap. It's like actually country rap. You know who OG Caden is?
OG Caden.
Kentucky.
Yes. Okay. He has like a
Long
little goatee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But well, if you don't, man, check him out. He the song that my favorite song is FAFO. Fuck around, find out. That's my favorite song by him. But he's about to go on a tour with Big Boy Morgan Wallen too. He's got some dates open up for Morgan, which is crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
that's cool.
Yeah. So I finally got his interview scheduled.
Morgan, but
do what?
I said you wouldn't find me opening up for Morgan Wallen, but hey, more power to him, man.
I can't hear. Can
you hear me now?
What'd you say?
I said you wouldn't catch me. You wouldn't catch me opening up for Morgan Wallen, but more power to him, I guess.
No. And that's the thing. Like, that's gonna be what's weird about the interviews because, like, I don't really, after what happened between him and Church, I don't like. I think Morgan is he's a diva, bro. I have a really different view of him, but like, as far as for that guy, for Brian, that's really cool. He's gonna be exposed to a lot of fans, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've already put out, like, I don't know if they've seen it or not. I have a short with Upchurch talking about Morgan Wallen. So, I mean, congrats to him.
Yeah.
Congrats to him. Yeah, but more to me, it's like, I don't know, man. I get a bad impression after what Church is talking about.
So
Big bad impression.
This is where it'll come into where you decide if you want to do it or not. If you already feel like it's not a good idea, don't do it. But if you're already thinking about interview and questions and stuff like that, who cares what other people think? It's your channel. You do whatever you want to do. You wanted to interview them for a while now, so go interview them. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, it's like, and you'll see people run into this. This genre is messy, dude. And some people will be friends with one person, and then that person hates another one of their friends, and so it's like really weird. And to be honest, I respect Church, and I completely have his back on anything, 100%. However, I've been following Brian for at least a couple years, and I didn't even know about the Wallen thing. I didn't even know that he was supposed to open up for him until after we'd already scheduled the interview. You know, like after we already talked about scheduling the interview. So I was like, damn. You know, and that's his. You know, it may not even come up in the interview anyway. So, but I guess business wise, it's like, yeah, cool. But like you said, man, I can't respect somebody who treats people like that. I can't respect them. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I can't respect MW. You know, but
It, yeah, I don't
yeah,
know.
right, yeah.
I won't talk on
And
it.
it's just weird because I like Brian's a great dude. Like and he opened up for Aldine, and I talked to his manager or whatever, Nate. Me and Nate were on that trip to Knoxville to shoot that music video, and he's like, "You ever listen to Brian Martin?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I like Brian Martin." And he's like, "Bro, you should reach out to him to go, maybe interview him." And just randomly, we had that conversation. Then, like the next day, I did, and his manager was cool. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, bro, holler at me, call me up." Um,
Dude, that's cool.
so yeah,
No,
and
man,
so I was
just
excited about it. Then they announced that tour, and I was like, I don't want to talk about Morgan Wallen in it, you know.
yeah.
But like,
Well,
I don't know, man.
if I was you, I would do it. That's just if you don't care what other people think, I would do it. But if you're one of those people where it's and I feel like you want to satisfy everybody as much as you can without getting out of your comfort zone
Right,
or staying in your comfort zone kind of thing. And you don't want to get out of your comfort zone to
yeah,
please other people that don't need to be pleased kind of thing. So I would
right.
just do whatever your heart feels to do. If you want to interview them, then interview them. You know what I mean?
Well, there's been, yeah, and there's been a couple times already. Somebody reached out to me for an interview, and they're doing really good right now. They're popping, and I was down to do it, but I was like, "Are you associated with this person?" And they were like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah, man." I'm like, "My channel's all about Creek Squad, you know, for the most part." And I was like, I don't know, like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like, because I've known this person before they were associated with this person, and then you're like, we're not, we, I mean, I'm like, are y'all friends? And then finds out, he told me a story that had happened. He's like, nah, man, that guy kind of screwed me over. Also, I said, okay. I said, well, let's just not talk about him then at all. So, I mean, it's weird. Some weird dudes.
But
Music business is,
here's another thing too. It's some of the some of those people will tell you not to associate with this person or whoever. That's not that's not Creek Squad. You know what I mean? Like Creek Squad is
right, right, right.
family. They'll have each other's back no matter what. It doesn't matter what the
Okay.
situation is. So go and it's okay to tell somebody like, hey, just look out for this person though. It necessarily don't mean go hang out with them. Don't do this with them,
Yeah.
but it's just look out for them kind of thing.
Right. Right.
And that's
And
where
that's the thing
yeah.
is like, I don't even think he's ever met the dude. I don't
Mhm.
even think he's ever met Wallen. I don't think so. And so he don't even know about him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just going to open up a few shows. And so I didn't even know about it till the interview's already scheduled. We were already trying to figure out a date. At least we were already going to do it. So I don't know, man. It's like it's a weird situation, and I may just say, yeah, we don't need. You know, I'm not going to talk about that, but because that church is my bro, dude, and there ain't nothing that there. He's the biggest and the first one who really put me on, dude. And there's no way that I would ever want, because I mean, I feel like I really have a relation. We don't hang out all the time. We don't talk all the time. But dude, I feel like I really have a relationship with him, bro. And I never want to upset him intentionally. I never want to do something like that, man. Like I feel
Yeah.
like he's a real dude. Like we have a real, you know, we're acquaintances or whatever. We have a relationship, and we talk every now and then. And
Mhm.
you know, whenever you have real friends like that, yeah, there's nothing I would want to do to, you know, intentionally irritate somebody. So, but um, but either way, Nate was talking about Brian Martin, and I was like, yeah, man. So I mean, and that's the thing, nobody even knew it until recently. But I think it's gonna be interesting. As a channel who does interviews, and you know, eventually, if it keeps happening, you're gonna run into some fireworks, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, and I mean, so I don't like posting controversial stuff, but at the same time, I don't necessarily when I feel like something's right. I'm a very mild mannered, like easygoing person, but when I feel like something's right, I will stand up for it. I have no problem doing that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But Trey, um, excited for the song tomorrow, dude. I'm sorry I talked the most. I
Oh no,
talked too
dude, you're
much.
good. I'm
Apologize.
comfortable the whole time. Me and you were just chit chatting it up. You know what I mean? I needed this.
Right.
I don't
Hey, it
ever
was
talk to
cool,
people.
man. Yeah. Hey, it's cool, man. I mean, it's hard. I'm the same way, man. I just like doing my own thing sometimes, but I realized that's one of the best things I got to get the gab. And I just can talk. I just talk, man. That's how my mom was. Um,
It's all
yeah.
good, man.
So anybody got a question for Trey? Ask a question for Trey, man, before we log out here.
Yeah, I can answer a few of them real quick.
If you got time.
Oh, I got time.
If not, we're gonna hook up and we're gonna do an interview and we're gonna ask everything, man. This
Heck
dude,
yeah.
this dude, I'm gonna lock him in before he becomes, you know, before he goes on a world tour, before he goes on tour to
Hey,
Europe,
let's
Australia. It's coming, dude. It's coming.
let's just say that does happen. Make a stamp right now. And I'll make
Let's
time.
do it. Hey, you heard it first. Southwind's channel, baby.
I always
Let
make
me
time.
do Buck White. Buck White said, "Let me do a singing verse." We got Hearts. Yeah, he's awesome. Savannah. Misty said he's awesome. He said some dude's like, I'm trying to leave, but guess I'm not out yet. Happy that he's a young man doing something good with his life. Anybody got a question? Anybody got a question for Trey?
Make it a
What do you
good,
want?
good question.
Good question. Well, okay. Who is your favorite who is your favorite artist? Do you have a favorite artist besides the church? Like that you first before church came along? Did you say you started doing music like in 2006, 2007, or you got into it?
Uh,
Who was your favorite artist back then, if you remember?
Actually, believe it or not, I really liked Nappy Roots.
Yeah.
Have you heard of
Oh,
Nappy
dude.
Roots?
Yeah. They are good,
I
bro.
love Nappy Roots.
They're from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I first heard
Oh,
about them a long time ago. And at the redneck rave, let's see, there was a redneck rave about 6 months ago. And I was there and I met them. And I took a picture with one of them. I can't remember which one it was. Can't ever remember this because there's so many of them, but um, they were awesome, bro. The live show was nuts. Like,
oh, dude.
great.
I wish I could have I wish I was older back then to see them live because
Yeah.
I still listen to their music today, even when I'm just driving. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude,
So
they were live. They were banging, dude. It was like you would have thought they were 20 years old. They were banging. I saw them
that's
in
crazy.
it was at Blue Holler, Kentucky. Justin, Redneck Rave, Justin Stowers or whatever. He throws Redneck Rave, and I was there filming for an artist, and they were super cool, man. Come backstage, they were just kicking it with everybody, taking pictures, man. They were awesome. The song that really, obviously, what was it? Really don't matter no more. Nappy Root gonna be this way. Pofo, or
Hmm.
can't remember the name of that song. That
Uh,
one was really good. But they had a hit recently, bro. That I didn't even know about. It was good.
what is?
It's gonna be a good day, and all my people gonna ride the day.
Yeah, yeah. The good. I think it's
That's
called
them
Good
too.
Day.
Yeah, that's
So
them too. I didn't know that was them,
I didn't
but they
know
played
either
out there,
until
man.
yeah.
They they played that. They played a bunch of the old stuff, and they were killing it. They were like it was a crazy good show.
That's super
That
cool.
was one of the best live shows I've seen.
Heck yeah.
But anyway, Nappy Roots, yeah, man. Now that, hey, they were original country rap too, from
hmm
like 2000,
Oh yeah,
from like
yeah, they
2000.
were.
They were good,
So
man. All right,
other,
any questions? Go ahead, bud.
I was about to say too. Other than Nappy Roots, I listened to a lot of Kid Rock too as a kid.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too, man. That
Um,
one, that Devil Without a Cause, bro. That was my go-to right there.
that was a go-to.
I got grounded over that CD several times, dude. I
I
used to
think I
write.
might have too.
I was like in 5th or 6th grade, and I used to write lyrics down. And because back then, bro, I didn't have a smartphone where I could just like Google the lyrics. So I had the
hmm
CD, and I wrote lyrics down. And as we all know, Kid Rock lyrics are pretty rough, right? So I was
hmm
writing like, all my heroes in the methadone clinics, all you bastards at the IRS. And bro, my mom and dad found the papers because they didn't know what it was. They thought I was writing songs, and they were like, "What are you? This is
It's
horrible.
like,
What are
what are
you
you
writing?"
writing?
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, their son in 5th grade is writing methadone clinics
hmm
and just like terrible stuff. And I told him, I was like, it's just music. It's just lyrics. Yeah, I got in trouble over that. Let's see, bro. Somebody asked, what's your favorite car? Yeah, what's your favorite car?
The car that takes me to point A to point B. It's
I
my favorite car.
hear that. I heard
I
that.
never, I don't really have a dream car, really.
When you get the money, when you come back, man, we'll do an interview whenever you got the 7 figures in the bank, and then we'll find out what your favorite
Seven
car is.
figures.
What do you think of Outlaw Nation, New Breed, and Jesse Howard?
Um, I've heard
I met
of
them.
Outlaw Nation.
Yeah,
I've heard of New Breed, and I've heard of Jesse, but I don't really listen to them
yeah,
to answer that question. I
gotcha,
know of them. I know who they are. I know who's all in it and stuff, but I don't really listen to them that much.
gotcha.
Or let's just say I haven't listened to. I've never listened to them.
I went to. I met Jesse like in 2018 before their stuff popped off. Man, he's just a regular dude at Redneck Rave,
hmm
and I went down to shoot a video in Alabama for Hitman, and I was like, Jesse, let's do a song. And so he was like, cool, man. So I was like, I got this song. I got to figure it out, but like, I'll come by. And I only had like an hour before I had to come back up here. And like, I filmed him singing the chorus to some song I'd wrote. And this is like 2018. And so got back up here. The video footage was terrible. And I was like, no, he's like, hey, man, what happened to that song? He's like, he's like, I liked it. Do you want to finish it? And I was like, I do. I was like, I have to come back down and reshoot it, man. I said, because it ended up terrible, dude. And he said, okay. He said, whenever you get time, come back down. I was like, okay. Months and months and months went by. 2 years later, him and New Breed's song, Welcome to My House, blows up on TikTok, bro. I'm talking about, I think it was TikTok first. And I remember scrolling one day through TikTok, and I kept seeing everybody, doing the dance or whatever, doing the stuff to it and
hmm
yada, yada, yada. And I was like, I know that voice. Whose voice is that? So I kept looking at it. And dude, I'm talking about they made there's a guy I shot a video for who was actually signed by Outlaw Nation for a while. He said he saw their YouTube. He said they made a lot of money off that one song in just like a year. Just from it, totally independent,
Oh,
bro.
that's I believe it.
Yeah.
TikTok's a whole nother platform too, man. It's
Yeah, upwards of 1.5 mil just from one song. And it's awesome to know that during our day and age, dude, that in a week we could get on the internet and Just Trae has a song that has overnight. I mean, look at Oliver Anthony. Look at OA, man. That's crazy to me. I love it because it puts the power back in the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. But anyways, after that, bro, I saw Jesse about a year ago, and I said I asked him for an interview. He's like, yeah, man, we'll do it sometime. And I said, hey, man, any chance I can get a mulligan on that song we were supposed to do? He just laughed. He just laughed. I was like, yeah, I figured, man. I was like, that was a mistake, man. I made. Oh man, it's funny. All right, so, well, I mean, I don't want to keep you on here too longer. Let's see. Questions for Trey. I think everybody's just chilling and chatting, man. Well, bro, anything else before I head out?
No, not really. I mean, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it for, having me on,
Yeah,
especially your channel. I
absolutely.
mean, I've been a fan ever since um, I found out you did a reaction to my song, and I've been a
Oh yeah,
fan ever since.
I liked it, man.
So,
Well, I remember I woke up too, and I saw Upchurch shared it, and I was like, "What is this?" And I listened to it, and I was like, "This kid's got balls." Like it takes some cojones to like
yeah,
call out your favorite artist and be like, "Hey, listen," that was pretty cool. And so I was like, "Oh, dude, he got to share." Like church shared it, and so I was like, "I'm reacting to this tonight." I was like, "I'm doing it tonight,"
I'm
and I
pretty
did.
sure
Man.
you was like the first one that did it.
Yeah, I think so.
Did a
Well,
did
Up
a
Church
reaction to it.
Church shared my reaction too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he shared
that's
he
cool,
shared the
man.
it was, man. It was really
That's
cool.
awesome.
I didn't expect him to share the reaction, but I thought it
Yeah.
was really cool. Yeah. Well, bro, much love. Keep going, dude. Let's stay linked up. Send me your number, and I'll put it in my
Heck yeah,
phone or
dude.
whatever. And
I got you, man.
anytime you want to go live, whatever, let's go live and hang. And maybe if you come back down, we're gonna have to hang out, get something to eat, do a real interview or something. So yeah,
Heck yeah, dude.
may do some music, may bring you in here, do some music, maybe. I don't know. I would love
Alrighty,
to,
man.
bro. I would love to. Now you're probably you're probably better than me, but let's just do something. Maybe. Maybe.
We might get
All
into
right, bro.
something.
Yeah, we might do something. Cool.
All right,
All
man.
right,
I
man.
appreciate you having me. I love
Yes, sir.
love all y'all. Love y'all, Creek Squad, and it's. I hope y'all have a good night. Really.
Yep. Everybody have a
Me.
good night. Love you guys. Y'all go comment on Trey's video right now. Pops tomorrow. Appreciate you.
All right. I appreciate you, man.
Stay
See ya.
classy, Creek Squad. Later.